How are they 2-1? I ask on behalf of America. All we talk about are all the things the Broncos don't do, and yet they're 2-1.
Their defense. I mean, that's just the dead honest truth. Is again another team that we talked a little bit too much about the offense offseason. Their defense. They played like absolute dog trash the first 3 weeks. They're 2-1, and they sit at the top of the division that we all thought might be the best division ever. Yeah. Now, I will say this. Later in that game, a little bit more vintage Russell Wilson, a little bit more comfortable, especially late in that fourth quarter where you saw that 3rd and 7, I believe it was. This scramble right here, 3rd and 7, they haven't gotten anything on offense going. Yeah. He scrambles and he finds Hinton, and then this scramble on 3rd and 5, he gets 8-9 yards, and then he changes the protection at the line of scrimmage, and he finds Sutton one-on-one. The back shoulder fade ball reminds me a little bit of him and DK Metcalf. Now, that was nice to see for Denver's offense.
Here's the thing. The conversation about Russell Wilson this year, we've had it, you and I, is he historically great? Is he an all-time great?
No.
There isn't any question he's good, though, right? No, that's my point. That's my point. He's good. And so last night, he shows you, and he's starting to show you, that at minimum, he's still good.
No, he's still very good. Here's the difference, though, right? We got into let Russ cook, right? We got into the moon balls, and we thought about Tim Patrick, who's not playing right now, Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy, and we thought there was going to be bombs everywhere. But what we saw last night, especially late, like that was like early on Russ. Right? Russ that can get outside the pocket and make plays. Russ that can find ways to be an extension of the offense outside of the playbook. And he almost seemed in the first 2 games that he didn't want to go back to that. That he was competing to be something else. And now you settle into this. Also, I just want you to say this, Greeny. You ask how can they be 2-1? Right. I'm finna tell you. Please. Geno Smith, Davis Mills, and Jimmy Garoppolo. We are not playing a treacherous role quarterbacks.
And they should have beaten Geno Smith, too. I mean, remember all the turnovers they had inside the 5 week 1. But you're right. So far, the competition, when it steps up in class, we'll see. But the Raiders are winless in that division, and the Chargers look stunningly terrible. What do you think of the Broncos right now and Russell Wilson?
I think they're terrible. They scored 11 points. Greeny, they scored 11 points. All right? So to sit back and say, this is the same Russell Wilson, no, it isn't. And I'll tell you why. It's a way different scheme. Yeah. Like the best thing with Russ is pound the football and then let him do his thing. But throwing the deep ball off of play action is the best thing that he does. I don't see that with this offense. They're always in gun. You're taking away the best thing you do is run the football, Denver. All right, offensively, at least it was last year. They're trying to put a square peg in a round hole. I don't get it. And they need to go back to doing what Russ does. Make this a Russell Wilson offense, which, by the way, starts with predominantly running the football. And I think now they could be that team. They have the pieces, I think, to do it. But if they continue to run this offense, they're not going to go anywhere.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.